Hello, this is citing a database that has a magazine article using Noodle tools. So we're going to be looking at a database again, but this time we're going to be focusing on a magazine article. Over in opposing viewpoints, I did a quick search for just fracking, which we've been using for our examples, and I just wanted to point out that a lot of times they will indicate the type to you right here. They'll tell you, okay, this is a magazine. So we can see we have academic journals and magazines. For a lot of your topic, magazines will be, a lot of your different topics, magazines will be pretty common because there'll be issues that have been written about recently. We're going to grab this Get Fracking article. It's from Spectator, but I also want to point out that if you're not sure, if you see the name of the magazine and you don't know if it's a magazine or a journal, usually just a quick Google search, Spectator magazine or journal, and I see right there it says oldest continuously published magazine in English, and this is from Great Britain, but it gives you a quick way to check if something's a magazine or a journal. So we'll go in here and we'll select database. We could choose magazine also and then get into the database form, but I like to start with database because we're sure about that part. And then you have to make the determination: is it a journal or is it a magazine? And again, you can do a quick search for that. Oh, one other thing with that, you might have to make the determination of whether or not the source is original content. Some of these are actually original content is something that was written by the database itself. That is, it's never been published anywhere else. Some of the articles in Gale Opposing Viewpoints, especially those headline articles, are original content, so keep that in mind. So we're going to go in here and cite a magazine, and again, name a database, opposing viewpoints in context. We can skip the accession number, and we can skip the URL and the DOI, as MLA does not require them. The next piece of information that we need, this gives us what we need for the database and includes the date. The next piece we need is for the actual article itself. The article itself is called Get Fracking. However, there's no author, and this will sometimes happen. It means that you leave the author field blank. Of course, you want to double check that, and you want to make sure that there actually is no author, but there is not. So we've got the article title. We don't need to do anything for English translation, and we should put the page numbers if they're available. It looks like this was on page 5. That information is right there, and that's the only spot that it is on the page. If you think that you have the page numbers but you're not really sure, again, that's something where you can just ask. Name of magazine. We already established that it is Spectator, so just want to, again, always make sure you're spelling those things correctly. And it's got the publication date. The publication date, again, found right down here, 22nd of August, 2015. It's also identified here at the top, right up there. So we're going to go ahead and put in August 22nd, 2015. We're not going to really deal with anything in the advanced column. One thing I will say, though, is that if you're doing a journal article, you'll be asked for an issue or a volume number. Those are also found down here, so you've got to be careful not to mix up page numbers and issue and volume numbers. But otherwise, this would be pretty similar. At this point, we can go ahead and hit submit. And the article's right here. You can see we've got the title, the name of the magazine, the date it was published, the page it was on, the database we got it from, the fact that it's web, again, format, and then the date that we accessed it. And that would be the correct citation for that magazine.